setting up the doll. So I have started the board, and now the user has to go into Wi-Fi, and then it will see a new access point he can connect to. It's called CypherDoll. Now the smartphone is connecting to the Wi-Fi, internal Wi-Fi of the board, and you have some UI where you can set some configs. For example, you have Wi-Fi credentials and your API key. The API key is already set up because I didn't flash the board, but it's the same as on the website. What you can do is you can click copy API key, and then you can, for example, now there is no API key, I can then paste, and there's the API key. This is Apple iCloud shared clipboard. So then I also need to add the Wi-Fi credentials. And then I click Save. Now you can see that the white LED is flashing fast white. That means that it's now connected to, you can see now the MAC address of the doll is connected here. But the doll don't know what to do, in which channel it is. So you can see there are no running chats. I start a chat like here.
Hey, how's your
And
day
the
going so far?
voice is now coming out of the computer. But now it makes connect the doll like this. Now you can see it's rebooting, flashing fast, and then should be white. Now it's white. Oh, it's a little bit bright. Now you can see. That means the doll is now connected to the chat, and I can ask a question. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. Haha, lovely to chat with you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. What is your name?
I'm Freya, nice to meet you too.
So you can see that the connection, I still need to have a functionality to stop the conversation. So when it's like in ChatGPT mobile app, you still have a button to stop the conversation. But I'm still don't know if I stop the conversation or if I bring the board into deep sleep mode. And so yeah, I'm still thinking about how to make the conversation stop. One way is also to bring the board or the doll not immediately into deep sleep, but notify the backend that the user wants to stop the conversation and to go into deep sleep mode. So when I don't know, stop the conversation, it will send in message to the chat history that say user wants to bring doll into deep sleep mode. Then the doll has also the possibility to say goodbye to the user, like, oh, okay, you don't want to chat anymore, see you later also. So I'm starting a conversation or waking up the board or the doll is the same. So by touching, you bring the board online and connecting to the chat. And when the doll is then connected, then also should be a system message pop up here that say doll is now connected, user has bring doll the doll back to online, or doll is now back online, something like that. So the AI knows that the user wants to continue the chat, or that the user has turned on the doll again. So the doll can then respond with a greeting. Hey, thank you that you turned me on again. What's going on today? What do you want to talk? Whatever, I don't know. But I think with this technique to use the system messages more, the AI knows how the user is using the doll, not only via voice chat, but also battery status and maybe Wi-Fi strength and Ethereum balance. I already add that. Date and time is already added. And then also information about the hardware, like battery and touch pins and so on. What happened? And sometimes the transaction, the translation or the speech to text is broken. Sometimes the connection, when you start streaming, sometimes it can happen that the connection is breaking, and the WAV file cannot be parsed. Then I also need to send a system message to the chat history. ChatGPT, iOS mobile app is doing the same. When the wave or the stream is broken, the AI will respond with something like, sorry, didn't understand what you said, can you repeat it? So this way, I also will send a system message to the chat history that say, user was sending an audio file, but the speech to text were not able to translate or to parse the audio file. And then the AI can respond in a way that makes sense. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, what I now do is to add more WebSocket connections events, like when something happens here, like battery status. I'm already do that when you go to dashboard and view the doll, and I turn it on again. You see it will send some MQTT events every second to the MQTT broker, and the front end is listening on this topic, and you can see the Wi-Fi strength. But there's no information stored currently. Everything is only sent via MQTT topic, and there's some client, JavaScript client, that is reading the topics, and so the strength is updated on the front end, but should also be stored on the back end. Maybe some information like when the doll was the last time going to deep sleep, when was the last time, so some information maybe for the chat history as well. So when if I have a chat, I can see when the doll is going into deep sleep, and then when the user turns the doll on after a couple of days, I can then also add the information for how long, how many days or how many hours the user had turned off the doll. So the doll will then respond also in a maybe smarter way, say, oh, finally you are talking to me again after so many days. So I think with date information is also very important to add.